The road to work. Oh yeah, we do this every day. Sometimes we do it during the weekend. Sometimes. Let's see. As usual, I haven't a clue. I'm just gonna tool down the road till something comes out. I'm sure it'll be something splendiferous. Oh yeah, sarcasm. Tooling down the highway, tooling down the highway, tooling me down the highway, so life won't pass me by. Rolling me down the highway. Oh yeah, I was raised on that stuff, people. You have no idea. You have no idea. I have knowledge of things that are beyond my time. And it's okay. And it's okay. Let's go, people. Come on. Come on. Come on. I remember, golly, it seems like forever ago now, and yet it seems like just yesterday. It's a little bit of testimony for you guys. I was in a really, really dark place in my 20s, and I, drinking, drugging. I just hanging out. Oh, there's that truck I followed the other day. I don't like you guys. Drinking, drugging, just being an overall drag on society. And, I wasn't trying to commit suicide, but it wasn't like I was trying to keep others from helping me achieve that goal. I had no forgiveness for myself. I had no forgiveness for others. I was just a very hurt puppy. I really was. I was just angry at the world. Angry moreover at myself. Because I was very foolish. was very foolish. And, when you're in your 20s, you think you got all the answers now, huh? No. I was drinking, I was dragging, hanging out with what I thought were family, but, until you come into a knowledge of the truth, you don't really even know what family means. I mean, you and I have a blood relation to somebody, but that doesn't mean you're family. It really doesn't. And so, as such, certain people know a different side of zero. Those were painful days, I can tell you that. Those were painful days. Anyway, the reason why I brought that up, Cardinal, the reason why I exposed that dark underside of that rock is for that reason. You don't know who your family is. You don't know. Because the people who are aiding you in self-destruction, they don't really care about you. They really don't. Those people who don't want to go along on that epic journey of true self-discovery and spiritual awakening, they don't count. They never did. And they choose a path that seems right to them, but ends in destruction. And you've got to make your peace with that. You know, I mean, it's a pretty cold statement and concept to wrap your mind around, but you have to understand, you know, I was just the other day, it's been a couple of weeks now, but I'm dealing with my family now, and they're dealing with, you know, all of the blessings that they've received from my grandfather's initiation into the dark arts, I'll call it. And really what they've reaped is the whirlwind. Really what they have reaped is sorrow, destruction. Oh, sure, it was a benefit and a blessing in earlier times. All that's over now. And I've made my peace. I have laid on my face. I have offered it up to the Most High God. I've repented from my generation and from my forebearers. I've had my soul severed and rejoined and made new through the power of repentance. Not just for myself, but for my forefathers. And as I've been dealing with this stuff, this Illuminati nonsense in my own life and in my own family, I've seen the curses that has brought on the generations before me and on myself. Generational curses that have been passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down again. And as I was dealing with this, I had a communique with a very good brother, somebody who really is a brother. And he just wrote to me, he said, Ray, he said to me, he says, my family are those doing the word of Elohim. following in the way. And as I was in anguish dealing with my blood relations, an epiphany came, and I was suddenly relieved of all that burden, of all that guilt, of all that inability to allow, or communicate. I mean, it was a total communication breakdown. I mean, they could not understand that their pride was my shame, that their glory was my calamity. They couldn't see it. I mean, they literally looked at me like I had a second head, like I was a little gray alien, some little demon who'd come into their house and come to poop all over their business. And that's fine. I finally realized right then and there that they are determined to go into destruction. And it's okay. I'm okay with that. I said my piece. I told them what they needed to do. And they didn't heed. And it's okay. It's alright. Because, as my brother told me, my family are those doing the will of my Father. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. Just saying it's okay. And this is the dividing line. This is the divide. Should you choose to hear from heaven and do as heaven commands? Or should you choose the way of Cain? And go on to be hated by heaven, to be despised by the angelic host? It's up to you. Peace be with you, my brothers. Watch and pray that these days may be cut short, for no flesh shall remain alive, lest these days are cut short.